haunting is over. No mourning, no closure. Farewell, my forevermore. Haunted by the past again. Will this nightmare ever end? Can I break these chains that bind me to your heart? It never meant. Well, I will make the final choice. This is me, this is my voice. May your actions deem the consequence of all that you believe. I can save you from yourself. And all this fear you hide behind the mask of hell inside your mind. I can't save you from yourself. But you won't let me rest in peace. Don't drag me down into eternity. The ghost of you.
On the morning of October 11th, 1923, just outside of Hepburnville, Pennsylvania, a routine day turned into one of the most violent tragedies in Lycoming County history. At a quiet grade crossing near what is now Route 973 West in Cogan Station, a Pennsylvania Railroad passenger train thundered forward, unaware that a motor bus would soon cross its path. The impact was catastrophic. The locomotive didn't just strike the bus. It dragged the heavy vehicle hundreds of feet down the track, tearing it apart. By the time the train came to a stop, the destruction was absolute. 7 people lost their lives. Witnesses described a horrifying scene. Bodies thrown, passengers injured, and a silence that followed the chaos, broken only by the hiss of the train and the shock of those who arrived moments too late. Some victims died instantly. Others clung to life only briefly before succumbing to their injuries later that day. In the days that followed, funerals filled the community. Families buried loved ones, an inquest was held, life moved forward, but the ground where it happened had already been marked. Places like this don't just forget. A violent, sudden tragedy, especially one filled with fear, confusion, and unfinished moments, has a way of lingering. Some believe energy like that leaves an imprint. Residual echoes, sounds, feelings, glimpses. In this investigation, we're going to stand at the spot of that very crossing, where a train once tore through a bus, where 7 lives ended in an instant, and where nearly a century later, some say the past hasn't fully let go. And we're investigating to find out if anything is still here.
Excited about this investigation, and you know nothing,
I know absolutely nothing.
and our crew doesn't know anything yet.
I'm sorry,
So-
Steve. Welcome to the inner circle where you don't get to know nothing about nothing.
So any feelings, anything that,
So on the way here, I picked up on water,
yes,
and there's water.
behind the camera there is water.
There is water over
That's
yonder.
Lycoming Creek.
But this place is filled with a lot of spiritual mojo going on. I mean, I don't even know where we're at.
We are in
Well,
Hepburnville,
Okay, Hepburnville. Well, that's good,
Hepburn
because I don't
Township, in
get
Cogan
to know
Station,
anything.
Lycoming County,
Yeah, Lycoming County. I'm
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
United States.
17701.
28.
28. So, but, you know, standing here, there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of energy. Was there a car accident here?
Yes,
So there was a car accident right here.
right here where we're standing.
Okay, so
You did not know that.
So if I had to guess, car came from this direction here, up here, came down. It's got something to do with water. So it was either ice, snow, or they hydroplaned. Something happened, and they came in, and if I had to guess, they hit something here. It might have been the tree that's behind us.
It was not the tree.
But they hit something else, and then, was it a head-on collision?
More or less.
A collision of some form.
It was a collision.
Okay, so it was a collision of some form. Well, I'm gonna turn the Ovilus on.
Okay.
I want to see.
Sure. I'll
What?
turn the REM pod on. We still aren't going to tell him yet.
That's fine. I just want to see what we get here. So Love and Birds came up on the thing.
Am I doing something wrong? It's the
No.
antenna, isn't it?
It's
Okay.
Sorry. Look at this. Whoa.
Okay.
All right. So before you go on,
I go on and on.
hold on.
If you like interest.
Well,
Do you like?
well, we are a few people, and we are interested in the paranormal, and we do like what we do for a living. So,
Yes.
did the car tumble? Like, did it roll?
You could
'Cause
say that.
I'm
You could say it
feeling-
rolled. Yes.
The way I'm feeling is, you know, the salt and pepper shakers from at the carnivals and stuff. That's how I feel. I feel like
yes, definitely.
feel
You would
like-
have felt that.
I felt like we came, we rolled, ba-boom, 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 and we stopped right where this branch is at.
Yep. Yep. It stopped where the branch was at. It
Was there a...
It would have felt like rolling, but it wasn't really rolling. But it would have felt like that.
Okay.
I'm being so cryptic right now.
You are. So, I mean, I kind of feel like... What did it say?
Daddy.
Daddy.
That's really important.
So I feel like they were coming, and either they came down this road here, or they missed the turn completely and came over to that bank.
I'm going to tell you something that is probably throwing you off. Is that road is new. It didn't used to be there. This road used to go straight across the river.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why I'm getting some...
Branches.
And a tremor.
You
I
said
felt like
near
we
the
rolled.
branches.
Yeah, and I said we rolled.
And tremble.
And
Tremor.
Tremor, so we rolled.
Yes.
It's so weird because we're here for this, and I keep there's stuff over here that keeps pulling my attention.
And
away.
water holds spirit.
It does.
it's
Water
really,
does.
Yeah.
And
leave him alone for a minute. We're busy. You can have him in a minute.
so, yeah. So there was a male driving
Yes.
the car.
Yes.
Male driving the car. Is he intoxicated?
I'm not aware that he was. It's probably likely he was not.
Okay. Because I feel like there was something not right seconds before the crash. Like there was a
Oh, there was a lot not right.
Like there was something that happened that it was like kind of like an oh shit moment.
Oh, yes.
And
yes,
it
there
was
would
like
be that.
It was like an oh shit, I shouldn't have done this
Yes.
kind of moment, which makes me feel like maybe drugs, alcohol, but you're saying no. But I feel like it was like
He was running late.
okay. So now you remember, and I told you this, I think yesterday or the day before, I can't remember, about a gunshot, you know, and I said it felt accidental to me. I'm almost wondering if it's not a gunshot that I'm hearing,
You would have heard something like a gunshot.
but hearing something like the gunshot.
Yeah, but
So-
it would have sounded like a gunshot.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So
And then some.
I'm thinking maybe that's where, because I hear the things, I feel the things, and the big thing I was getting was oh shit. Like I came from behind, oh shit, bang. So my initial impression is I'm coming from behind, oh shit, bang.
Yes,
and I did
that's
say
exactly,
on
yes.
on my way here, one of the big things that I was picking up on was the oh shit moment. It was an accident. It wasn't supposed to happen. And I really thought it was a gunshot material. So that's where I'm at with it right now. But two vehicles involved. One was like a truck.
Yes.
SUV, truck kind of
Yes.
larger vehicle, and the other
Yes.
one was like a little sedan type thing.
You could compare it that way.
Okay.
One was large and one was middle size.
I mean, that's what I'm picking up on.
Okay. Would you like to know?
I would love to know.
Okay. The SUV is really spot on, except it was 1923. And the equivalent to that would have been a bus. They had a 1923 bus, which would have be today's SUV. It wasn't.
Right.
It held 20 people. So it would have looked like about like today's bigger SUVs, and it hit a train. That would be the bigger vehicle. And that is the bridge that showed, that's where the train came through, right through here. We are standing almost exactly at the point of impact. The road came the other way, so north, south, east, west, and they collided.
So now here's something that just came to my head, is divided. So there was an explosion.
Well, it hit so hard there, it was a mangled piece of metal that was left.
Okay. So when you think about the old Superman comics, faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So maybe that's where I was.
Yeah, it could be.
It could be that, so.
Yeah, they definitely hit.
There were people involved. There were people on this bus,
yes,
correct?
Yes.
So it wasn't just the driver.
There were 11 people on the bus, including the driver. So there were 10 passengers and the driver. 7 people died, including the driver.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes. And we are on municipal property. This is public land here. In case anybody's wondering,
yes,
trespassing, we are
very
not.
public.
And you can almost see where the train came through. You know, you can kind of still see the path. That's why we're so flat right here, and why it's municipal, because this was a train track.
Because it was a train track.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
And the bridge, like I said, is still there, and 973 used to go a different direction.
So it used to go.
Yeah, so they crossed like this.
Okay.
And
that makes sense.
That's where they hit. And the bus driver was running 10 minutes behind from Williamsport. So I don't know if he was in a hurry, but he was running behind. And it was in October. So I don't know what the weather was when it happened. Of course, I've seen the pictures, and there wasn't any snow on the ground at the time. It happened at 8:03, so there could have been frost.
It could have been frosty.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was October 11th. And back in 1923, we were much colder in October than we are. We are now in mid-November.
Yeah, we're almost in double digits.
And it's 65 degrees. So
yeah, it's
climate has changed a little bit for us here.
It's so much nicer, though, than the last outdoor investigation we did with wind, rain, humidity, bugs. Now we're out here, and there's a lot nicer.
It is.
No rain.
If anybody wants to see that, that would be episode 4, season 1.
Yes.
Okay, so I thought maybe we could pick up voices. It was so sudden, there could be spirits still here. And also, maybe if we had the EVP recorder, maybe we could get sounds of metal hitting metal. Because it was so loud, could it have reverberated and echoed through time if we tried to pick it up?
Could have. Very much so. So the train wasn't damaged at all.
Oh, it was probably damaged,
but not like, it's not like it derailed itself.
No, it didn't derail. It drugged the bus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it definitely overpowered the situation.
Wow. We were sitting here and we were just talking about the train, and I just felt like I felt that shift, and I think Steve caught it on camera. I just felt like I was about to fall over.
And you knew it was an accident, which is mind-blowing.
We're on flat ground here, so there's no reason that I should feel like I'm about to fall over.
Right. And we're not on the road. So the fact that you even picked up that it was an accident right here is kind of amazing, because the road is way over there and way back there, and you did not know there was a train track here one time.
No, I had no idea.
That's
and it was
cool.
You'd even pointed back there earlier while we were getting everything set up, and I was like, I don't see anything.
Yeah.
I definitely feel it on the water, but
okay, so I don't have anything on the Ovilus. If you want to pull up the EVP recorder.
We can turn up the Vox app, or we can use one of our new favorite apps, Phantasm.
Let's use Phantasm.
Want to use Phantasm?
Yeah, let's use that. And I have the Spirit Box, and they're in communication with you. Maybe you should see what you can do to get them to talk to us. And show me how to turn on a Spirit Box. Okay, I'm going to step away from that a little bit, so if something comes through, you can hear it.
So who was the
The
first?
driver of the bus was Alan Waltz.
Alan Waltz.
He was 58 years old. He died instantly.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn on the Vox app.
Okay.
So we're going to use the Vox app from our friends over at GhostTube, and essentially what this does is it picks up on the spirit waves as well as what this does. So we're going to ask some questions, and you said the guy's name is Alan Waltz.
Waltz, yeah.
Waltz.
Alan Waltz.
All right. So Alan, are you out here with us?
Alan, you can talk through any of these pieces of equipment. If you want to talk to Adam, he would very much like to talk to you. We want to know if you're here or if any of the passengers are here.
Alan, are you here still?
102 years ago last month.
There we go.
Giving me
Giving something. Mr. Waltz, are you still here with us? Was it a steam engine?
I do not know.
Because it said, listen to the steam.
Could have been.
Say another name off of the list. Let's just see what we get here.
Mina Anderson. It's a female.
I would hope so with the name Nina.
Mina. I don't know if you...
Nina.
Mina.
Mina, are you here? I gotta.
Okay, because Mina and her father were both in that bus and both died instantly. Mr. Ritter, are you here with your daughter?
I got a female voice, but I'm not too sure. So, any spirits here, you can come over and you can touch. You can do this. If you get close to this device, you can make it go off.
You weren't forgotten. I know a lot of people who don't probably come here and try to talk to you, but you were definitely not forgotten.
Is there anybody here with us right now?
How about you turn that off? I'm going to use my box. We use 2 boxes.
Okay.
Because you're getting something, I'm getting nothing.
Okay.
You're at least getting something.
So we're going to switch over to...
I'm going to pull up a Paravox. Maybe? Oh. Got a lot in my hand.
Yeah, I'm picking up on some stuff, but not
Not a lot.
a lot. There's definitely residual energy here, though. But I don't know if they're here.
3 out of 3.
Okay, we now have another piece of equipment if anybody would like to talk through it. Do we have anybody from the train car accident? I don't know if you realize it, but 102 years have passed. Someone's here. Can we have your name?
Somebody just said it started with an M.
Could have been Mina.
It could have been Mina. It was a female.
Well, when we first came, Daddy came up on the Ovulus. That's why I thought she might be here. Like maybe she's still looking for her father.
Don't need to cut that up. That's fine.
We sure did.
You just say you sure don't.
Said you sure did. Because I said Butterfingers and it says you sure did.
So who are you? Who's talking to Adam right now?
Dave,
Dave?
we've appeared.
Yeah, I see you've appeared. Where'd you come from?
Dave, can you hit that device over there?
There's where trans.
There was a transport.
I thought he said trail. He said transport?
It's trans. It said something with the word "tri" in it.
There's where trans. There's where trans.
Yeah, there was, Dave. There was a train. There was a trail here, too.
Dave, can you hit this for me? Just walk right over here. Just like that. It's not going to hurt you. So I just heard like a boom. And it said, uh-huh.
Okay, I got an idea.
What's with the
If you stand just a few feet back, just a little bit, so you're still in camera range, and we're mic'd up, so both of our voices will be heard. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to
Pass the
very
branch.
quietly ask the question so you can't hear me.
Okay.
You let me know if anything comes over,
All right.
or let us all know. Dave, are you here? Or is it somebody else? Who's talking to Adam?
Thank you for sharing.
We were here to investigate a train accident, but it seems like you weren't part of that. Can you tell me what you did here? You still with us? Can you say hi to Adam?
Does this mean I'm...
It does mean you're dead if you're talking to us right now. Is that what you were asking? What's the last thing you remember?
Hey, what'd you just ask?
What's the last thing you remembered?
Get out.
You remember getting out of what?
and
What were you getting out of?
Thank you.
Tell me more. Is this Dave for sure? Can you say your name one more time, just so we know who we're talking to?
Hey, Elaine, here's an idea. Switch me places.
Okay.
Because it's weird. I'm not feeling as much over here as I am
Okay.
over here.
You got it.
that's even great.
Okay, Dave. Is it easier for you to talk to Adam from there? He really wants to know who you are. Or if this isn't Dave, tell us what your name is.
My wife?
Your wife. Are you looking for your wife?
It said my wife.
Who was your wife? Can you give us a name? What was here when you were here? Was this a train station?
Ten? The word 10 just came.
There were 10 passengers in the bus that crashed here. Are you talking about the bus?
December?
Holy Father.
Or it had an ember in it. It sounded like December, but I'll have to listen to
What
it
happened
again.
in December? What are you trying to tell Adam? Did something happen in December? Can you tell him?
Contest.
I
Go ahead.
mean, if you want my honest to God opinion, I think I'm like pretty sure, but I think whatever is here is just the residual energy from this accident.
Okay.
I'm almost thinking that the spirits aren't here per se. It's the residual energy, and it's that memory foam of spiritual energy that's consumed here, and I'm picking up on all of that, but I almost have to say that I don't think that there's any spirits here.
Should we go someplace that there probably are spirits?
Yeah, I think we should.
All right, let's do that.
All right.
The Smith house was tiny, and only 1.5 stories tall, built of log construction covered with weathered boards. There were no windows in the upper story where the family slept. A narrow, crooked stairway was the only means of exit from the upstairs. That night, Frederick, at 17, was the first to detect the odor of smoke. He called to his father and ran down the steps into the kitchen with Howard, 9 years old. Seeing the flames, Howard immediately ran out to the porch and escaped the blaze. Mr. Clyde Smith, the father, heard his name being called. He followed the voice and found Frederick in the kitchen. Then he saw the flames for himself. Both Frederick and his father then ran back up the narrow staircase to rescue the 3 daughters, Marion, age 16, Dorinda, age 14, and Catherine, age 11. 2 sons, Max, age 6, and Gerald, age 4, along with the wife and mother, Rebecca, age 38. Mrs. Smith came down the stairs carrying Malin, only 18 months old, and Gerald, the 4-year-old, in her arms. As she reached the bottom of the staircase, the floors and roof caved in from above, trapping everyone in the seething furnace. The unexpected force of the impact, as she fell to the floor, knocked the 4-year-old out of her arms. Though she tried searching for him, the thick smoke and heat were too intense, and she knew she had to get out. Somehow, severely burnt and barely able to breathe, she managed to find her way out of the flames and onto the porch, where she collapsed with the infant boy still in her arms. The flames intensified quickly, and no person could get within 50 feet of the blaze. Rescuing those inside was impossible. When the fire was finally extinguished, all that remained were the 4 walls, the foundation, a washing machine, and a few other kitchen appliances. The only survivors were Howard, the 9-year-old who ran to safety before the collapse, and the infant boy Malin. The next evening in Williamsport Hospital, Rebecca Smith died. She was buried in the Pensdale Cemetery, along with a small box of what bones they could find from her family. Under the heap of earth on which a tombstone stands are the remnants of the fire. The greater part of the father's and children's bodies lying in charred bits of bones and ashes, fragments of the washing machine, pieces of the kitchen stove, and other odds and ends that make unrecognizable by the flames. Do the spirits of those that died that faithful day still haunt the site? Join us as we try to find the answer to that very question.
All right, so this is your next location,
This is my next location.
right here. And you can see there's a tombstone.
We're not
So-
looking at it.
You can't read it. You can look
Oh.
at it. Somebody did die. Otherwise, we probably wouldn't be here.
Good call. So, I just want to see something. I'm going to put this on as well, because I just want to see. Is there a child here?
Yes.
Okay. It's a female. Is it a female child?
Yes.
She's young,
Yes.
under the age of 15.
Yes.
10 years old.
11.
11. Close enough. Okay, so she's 10 or 11. Sorry. This happened a while ago. Like a couple decades back.
Yes, it did.
So let me ask this question. Since we're here, the words like live and together
Yes.
are popping up into my head. Like I just keep hearing those words over and over and over again. Live together.
Yes.
Live together. It could be like, hey, let's live together, or it could be living together. Something to do with the land. Something to do with property lines, property, something land. I'm feeling land. Sorry, this is going up and down.
That's
as
okay.
I'm talking.
No, I'm just letting you
So
word it out.
she's small. I mean, she's yay tall. I felt her presence when I touched the tombstone, and what I did was I used a form of psychometry. And what psychometry does is it allows me to tap into an inanimate object's history,
Right.
using psychic abilities. So with using psychometry on this tombstone, I could see her clear as day.
What'd she look like?
She had like almost like Laura Ingraham, Little House on the Prairie style hair, which makes me think that it might have been further back than 50 years ago. I'm gonna guess longer than that, but blondish brown hair, like really, it was either like a dirty blonde or a light brunette kind of color. She didn't die in a pleasant way.
No, she didn't.
She it was really painful for her. And it's weird, we're standing here, and again, we're on pretty solid ground, but for some reason, like just standing here talking about it, right around my Achilles tendon and up through here, it hurts. Like it's almost telling me, like, did she fall? Is her name?
You may actually be honing in on another person at that point. There is somebody who did fall. Same situation.
Same situation.
Thing, but
So, and I don't know if it's just, I'm trying not to hold it up close to the antenna with our millimeter.
Right.
But I'm literally, now we just spiked up to 3.8 megahertz of energy, but the temperature keeps fluctuating, and I'm not touching the actual part that gives us that temperature reading.
Right.
Now,
If
I would touch it, it would shoot up to whatever my body temperature is. But letting go, it does not. So I almost have to wonder, does it have something to do with the fire?
Yes.
So because smoke and stuff like that.
Yes.
Was there a structure here?
Yes.
And it was a house.
You're standing on the porch.
Okay.
You were actually in the house when you went back there.
I was over here.
Yeah, you can see the foundation. It's still here.
Oh, I just thought that was just normal
Nope, that's the foundation.
rocks and stuff. Okay, that's weird. I'm sorry. Like, I just literally heard.
I think it's your second entity.
I literally just heard somebody say to me, "I'm sorry." So we're gonna just turn the Ovilus on.
Okay.
And see what we get with this. Now it's weird because I just had this down, and if you look real quick, it just went from 60.
Yeah. The woman that you were, or the girl that you were talking about was actually 11. And it just said 11.
Yeah. So.
Like she was correcting you, like,
Yeah.
I'm 11.
Yeah, she's 11. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
little girl.
Would you like her name?
I would love her
Her
name.
name's Kathy.
Okay, that's good. So Catherine.
Catherine is 11 years old.
Catherine is 11 years old. So what I want to see is iron. So give me the story.
January 28th, 1931, there was a 1.5 story log house that sat here. You're on the front porch about here. It was very close to the road. There was a fire, devastating fire. It was found by a 17-year-old that lived in the house, Frederick. The family lived in the house of 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. And he tried to wake everybody up. But in the end, Gerald, aged 4, Catherine, aged 11, Max, aged 6, Marion, age 16, Dorinda, age 14, and Frederick, age 17, all perished, along with the father, Clyde, age 53. Rebecca made it out with the infant, but she died the next day from severe burns. She had Gerald, 4 years old, in her hand, but the roof collapsed, and he got pulled out of her hand, and she couldn't find him, and she had to leave him behind to save the infant. And Howard, age 9, escaped unscathed because they told him to, and he was the only one that made it out. And there was a 22-year-old who had moved away from home that was not living here at the time. So only 2 members of the family survived besides Malin, the infant. They were not able to recover most of their bodies. I'd say probably 90% of the bodies are still there. And because it was, at that point, it's sacred ground, they also just allowed the collapsed house to remain here, the appliances, and everything are still here under this pile of dirt. They have official tombstones up near Trout Run. And the mother died in the hospital, so her whole body is up there, but it's buried with a little box of bones and fragments because that's all they could find. So most of the bodies are still here.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty emotional, Elaine.
I know. That's why I want to get this story out. As a historian, I just think that this is such an amazing story that needs to be recognized that it happened.
Say the word history.
History.
I don't think they want to talk to me. I think they want to talk to you. Because every time you start talking about it,
Let me get
the nah, see, I just pointed toward you and it shot up to point 36.
Yeah, it did.
So
I
that's
want to get the
interesting.
box on.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
If Gerald, Catherine, Max, Marion, Dorinda, Frederick, Clyde, or Rebecca are here, this may be your first chance to ever speak to anybody because our equipment can hear you. So if you have anything to say to us, you should know you are not forgotten. People come here all the time. That was very clear.
That was very clear. It said yes.
You should know you are not forgotten. People come here all the time. Do you have something to say? Who is speaking?
While you're running that, I'm going to run this over. Wait.
We have the K2 meters flashing a little bit too.
Yeah.
If anybody's here, Catherine, if it's you or whoever it is.
So now this just said do, as in D-O, not do, like Mountain Dew. It said do run.
Do run.
Do run.
They were trying to get
out.
out.
So they were running to try to get out of here,
They
which
were.
makes sense. But, and now the K2's spiking up.
If you want to touch any of that, the one with the circle red, that will light up and make a noise if you touch it. Three.
Three.
Are there 3 of you here? Can you give me a name? Didn't quite catch that. My name is Elaine. What's your name? Did you say Fred?
This just said Jerry.
We have a Jerry, the 4-year-old.
It said don't forget me. And I'm recording on
And I'm
it.
pretty sure it said Fred. Do you play here?
Is
You
it-
still live here?
Is it possible for me to just kind of go down to where this tree is over here?
It is possible. There,
Ticks, snakes.
ticks and snakes do exist in this area.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay.
Never mind. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn on the SLS kit. Because I'm being pulled over in this direction.
Please, yeah,
Like,
the
they
SLS
want
would
me to
be
go
great.
down, but I
In
don't.
fact, even just in this area, because this was their front porch, and if we stand back just a little bit and maybe see if there is anything on the SLS. Catherine, if you're here, can you say my name? I told you it was Elaine. Can you say it?
Does this say Miss? Mrs. Like Mrs. Like maybe they.
What's your last name? Do you remember your last name? It's been a while, huh? Can you tell me how long you've been here? Can you tell me how long you've been here? Can you tell me if there's anything you want to say? If you touch that red piece of equipment over there and it goes off, I can ask you yes/no questions. Can you walk over there and touch that piece of equipment?
No.
It's either no or oh, I'm not sure. Are you afraid to go back into the house? It won't hurt you.
Just said the word Victorian over here.
Has anybody seen Fred? Has anybody seen Catherine? Clyde, you're the father. Are you here with your children? Clyde, can you tell me how many children you had?
Whoa.
What happened?
Said I lost my eyes. When you were talking to Clyde, it said I lost my eyes. And this just said your name. It just said Elaine.
I was asking Catherine to say it. All right, I'm going to turn this off. If there's anything you want to say it
Huh.
now.
It just said save us, and they were screaming. I have that on the recorder here.
I'm going to turn the SLS on and have it come this way. Away from the trees so that we don't get any false readings. There's somebody kneeling down next to you.
Next to me.
To your left.
Over here.
Yes. Yes, I am. I'm recording it, and there's definitely somebody kneeling next to you. Or somebody short. to be a child. Can't really tell. Ask if you can give the name.
We're not lying about the bugs.
Whoever is next to Adam, can you tell us what your name is?
Carrie. Catherine.
There's a Marion.
Hey. What about the museum? Is there anything there?
That's where I got the pictures of them.
Because it just said the word museum on here.
That's where I found out where
And
their
it said
pictures were.
museum.
It's gone now.
Crops. Crops came up. Steamy. So it's gone.
It's gone. You're the only one there now.
We'll just see if we can't get any more responses here. It'd be really cool if someone would hit the REM pod, though.
What was that?
Somebody just called me a nerd.
Huh. That was rude.
Yeah, right? Mother.
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 They're probably looking for her because she did escape.
Honestly, I think the spirits here are at peace.
I think you're right.
I think they're at peace, and I think so. When a spirit, when we move spirits on, like we've done in previous investigations, where we'll move certain spirits on, and other spirits stay, doesn't mean they can't come back unless we exorcise them. If we exorcise the spirit, like we did with Bill Hummel, episode 1, season 1, he can't come back. Just because a spirit moves on doesn't mean they still can't come back from time to time.
Right.
It's like they're on a vacation, but they come back from time to time.
And you think these guys come
And
back whenever they want?
I think they come back whenever they want, but I really feel like this, it's definitely haunted, as we can tell from the footage that we've
But they
already
seem like
gathered.
happy little ghosts. And I think they're really happy that somebody is taking care of this spot. This doesn't just naturally become this clean and the grass is mowed and everything is trimmed. The people across the street from this spot take great care,
which is
keeping
fantastic.
this alive and making sure that it is kept a sacred ground where so many people have passed away. Well, I'm just really glad that we got to honor their memory and tell their story.
Yeah, definitely.
As a historian, that is so important to me.
And without history, we don't know what we did wrong, and we didn't know what we did right.
And I never want to forget the people who had such tragedy in their life. They should never be forgotten, especially since the family still exists. There are descendants of the members of the survivors. So hopefully they're watching and they realize how much that we would like to remember their family.
I hope so. So,
okay.
Awesome. All right. Well, it's Adam and Elaine signing off from Ghost Quest.
Goodbye, ghosts.